Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about pain points, and this is something that's very popular and is talked about a lot. We're going to be talking about it from the perspective of two things. One is marketing and sales. Both are extremely important when it comes to business. My name is Amble. I'll be talking about marketing. This is Eddie. He's going to be talking about sales.
Hi.
And then one of the key components, first of all, that we're going to be talking about, that Eddie's going to be talking about, is the difference between marketing and sales, because it oftentimes gets confused. But he explained it very well right before this video, so I'll let him take that.
Yeah, definitely. So as I was mentioning earlier, it is a very, very fine line, a very thin line where you can compare between marketing and sales for your pain factors. So the way I described it is when you do marketing, you figure out the pain, and when you use, let's say, for example, it's for your teeth, as I did this example with Annabelle. When you do marketing, what you want to do is to draw that attention and get that awareness. So let's say I would do a market for, let's say, a small, a dentist wants to get more clients and whatnot. So I'd say local area, best pricing, or we can match, and he's certified and he's ready to go. So I'm targeting these pain methods that you have this tooth ache and you don't want to spend that much, or something out of the blue and you don't want to go far anywhere. That is that pay method for marketing. So it's drawing awareness and it's grabbing that attention. So that is the benefit of paying for marketing as opposed to sales. With sales, that's going to be more towards you figure out what's an issue and you resolve that situation. So with, let's say, cars, you bring your car in over to an advisor, and let's say you tell them that, hey, my car's not working anymore. It's not starting. I try to crank it over, it's not working. Okay, so that's your pain. I figured out what that was. Your pain is this, and I can resolve it by doing a test, and it can figure out if it's a alternator issue or if it's a battery issue. So from there, I got the attention, I gave you the benefit, and I'm closing. That close is that difference for the sales side. For the marketing side, you bring attention and awareness, and that's your benefit there for pain. For sales, you bring the awareness and the attention, but you do the closing at that point right there, and that's what that thin line is. That's why it's a little bit tricky. I mean, once you get that down, it makes a lot more sense. I'm gonna have Annabelle give more into detail with the marketing side, and then I'll take over for the sales side.
Yeah, to put it simply, I would say that when it comes to the pain point for marketing, it's almost like a rallying cry. A lot of people that you're going to be targeting, especially in your target audience, the market that you're going after, they all should be sharing a problem, and that problem is equivalent to that pain point. So when we say pain points, we're really talking about different problems, and you want to identify. This is why we talked about in a couple of videos back, on some TikTok videos as well, that you want to identify your audience as well as possible, because if you do that, you're going to understand their problems. And when you know their problems, the solutions that your business offers, that your services offer, are specifically targeted to those problems. Now, if you create content, if you create marketing and develop a marketing strategy directly tied to those problems and to those pain points, you're going to start building a community that those people, those individuals that are a part of that community, they all share that common problem. And then that way, your service, your solution tackles directly to what they're feeling. Now, when it comes to the pain points, you want it to be something that is deeply ingrained. And this is why Ed's saying that a lot of the times marketing and sales are kind of crossover, or the line is blurred, because in reality, a lot of the concepts in marketing derive from concepts of sales. And one of the great things, one of the best examples that I can come up with is two things: direct response marketing and copywriting. Because typically in copywriting, you're gonna want to drive people to a certain action. Same thing in sales, you want to close. But in marketing, from the marketing perspective, you want to incorporate copywriting, certain words that make people feel some kind of emotion. Or if if you're targeting people that are more logical, you want to create words and different content directly to those people. So again, it comes back to knowing exactly who those kind of people are. If they're logical, rational, analytical, emotional, all that stuff comes down to the marketing, and all that stuff comes down to the problem you're solving. Rallying cry, build a community around those problems, and then tie your solutions to those problems. And that's really the gold point of when it comes down to marketing with everything. Copywriting, direct response marketing, any kind of marketing strategy you're developing, approach it with the problems and the pain points first. That's kind of the gist of it, honestly.
Basically it, yeah, and that's like he was mentioning that can also tie to sales as well. So the biggest key factor when you want to do with the pain factors is there is a thing that is called a pain funnel. So you start going down into different levels to figure out what they are really wanting and what they would actually purchase, because ultimately what you want to do is you want to utilize that pain method to get your close. So you start off by figuring out what type of person they are and what I mean by that, and we'll go to depth. I guess it could be another video we can talk about is the different types of buyers and the different types of people that you approach every single day, where it's, I believe there's 4 main ones. The dominant one, there's also ones that are more logistic, and there's some that are more using their emotional side and so on. We'll get into that with a different video because I like that. I want to talk to more about that. So that's going to be like another 30-minute video. So once you figure out what type of buyer they are, you go down into the next level and figure out what their pain is. Let's say they had an issue that it's been going on for a while, so you already know that timing is a big pain factor. This issue has been going on for so long, so now you go on to the next bracket and say, okay, so where this has been the case, have you yourself resolved it, the customer? And if they say no, so okay, so now it's a bigger issue, so now you need to let them understand that you are the specialist that can fix that situation. So after figuring out, let's say, you know, it's been a long time happening, I can't figure it out, I try to do it myself, so now you're basically telling me like, I don't know what else to do. And that's when you come in, you understand that their pain is super high up. So now you say, okay, I can have it done at this time. I can have this information done for you, and we can get it resolved within the next hour or so. Once they see that and hear that, obviously their guard is gonna drop, because if you tell them, oh, I'm a specialist at this and I can get you fixed. And if you just tell them that, they're gonna be like, okay, what's going on? I don't understand anything, like, you're just telling me this. But if you drop those pain factors, their guard is gonna drop. And once their guard drops, they're gonna trust you more. They're gonna actually understand that you are the specialist in any factor. This can be in anything, to be marketing, sales, or in life itself. This pain factor is a very great thing to remember. So once you drop that down, once you get that funnels going around, you can actually get to the last point to where you can tell them, okay, this is basically going to be it. And once you give them that pricing is going to mean nothing, because that value is huge. Whereas in the beginning, if you tell them that huge pricing and a small value, that's when they say no. But when that value overcomes that price, odds are they're going to say yes, just because that your value is huge. If you look around in a lot of TikTok videos I've seen, I'm always on TikTok looking at sales videos, and I see how people sell. And I used to like coach a lot of kids selling. When I used to do security system, I used to do sell internet service for Spectrum, and I had a job as well doing advisory for Honda. So I would, check. That's why I always do a lot about cars, say a lot about cars, because that's what's in my head. And I would listen to them and see how they would sell and how they would talk. And they would just quickly talk about, like if it was a script. A script is okay if you're starting off, but if you are a little bit nervous, you will talk quickly on that script, and it's just gonna blow through information, and the customer's gonna be confused. And then once you give that number, they're gonna instantly reject it, because your value wasn't there. Once you hit that paying funnel, that value is gonna grow so much bigger. So when you give them that initial price that you don't even have to drop any discounts, they're gonna say yes, because they love it. They love it, and they know that the pain is there, and they know that you're gonna resolve that pain. You're gonna be a hero to them, a freaking hero.
Like a lot of those things that Eddie was mentioning goes in line directly with direct response marketing. Mm-hmm. I know I name dropped it before, but to kind of give you an idea of direct response marketing, it's taking the sales component into a marketing form, and it typically comes in line with things like funnel building and email marketing. And the idea is that if you look at a lot of these funnels that these pros make, with a great example being ClickFunnels with a lot of their book funnels. At the very top of the page, they target specifically for the people who are impulsive buyers. So they showcase some really good information. Their copywriting is insane. And the further you go down, they target different kind of people. So typically the people who end up scrolling a little bit more need a little bit more information to come to a sale. So if you scroll down a little bit more, maybe it'll talk a little bit more about the data. It'll say X amount of people who read this book gained X percentage in their business revenue, whatever it is. People love seeing those metrics. If you go further even down, there's people that require social proof to come to a decision. So that's why a lot of these funnels, they include a lot of reviews, and they stack everything up in a specific kind of way, because they know that the more you scroll, the different kind of person you are, the different kind of content that is required. Hence the direct relationship between direct response marketing and the pain funnel that Eddie was talking about. So I love direct response marketing. I could talk about it all day, and I think that would also be a great video that we can kind of dive deeper into, because there's a lot of things in there that tie directly with sales. So it's something that we can kind of both approach you with. But at the end of the day, when it comes to pain points, you want to think about it as a rallying cry. What is the thing that your audience, the people you are trying to serve, what is it that they're asking for? The more in line you're able to come with what they're asking for, the problems that they're facing, the pain that they're facing, and the more that you showcase that at the very front, they're going to be seeing you as a professional, the person that knows them the best. And because they know you the best, there's a higher chance that they're going to be approaching you for your solution. Whether it comes to sales, marketing, have in mind the pain points, have exactly what it is. And it's even better if you relate to it, not just as like a business person approaching it from an outside perspective. If you can connect to that pain point directly, even better. Your marketing is going to be even better. Everything's going to be even better. So just some points to throw out to you. And it sounds like we have 2 more videos to make in the near future. So that's going to be awesome.
That's going to be definitely cool. But definitely come back to this video if you guys have any more questions. I know I was very basic on the funnel, but it was basically to whatever you guys are going to be doing, whatever service or products you guys are going to be, advertising or selling, you can do a plug and play on that type of deal. So the pain factor, the pain funnel is, I feel, the strongest tool that you'll have for marketing and sales on whatever you guys are going to be doing. I would suggest researching more on this, or coming back to this video if you guys need to do another take notes. This one is going to be the best one. If you have the pain factor just completely down, if you're low on confidence on talking to someone, or if you have no previous skills on, let's say, marketing or selling, as long as you understand that their pain factor is there and you can pinpoint it out and you can give them that, the results that they want, they will comply with you, and they will actually feel that you actually have that experience there. It's something that I used when I first started selling, and it's just been helping so much, because if you're empathetic with them and if you have that more emotional side with them, a lot of people would say to be confident and calm composure and just let them wait and let them sell themselves. That works a lot. But the way I like to approach sales, and it's been working for me, I'm not sure if it'll work for you guys, is to have more empathy and to have more emotional side towards it. So once that falls into the pain, so as long as you can, re-up on that pain, let them know what's going on, and let them know that you can resolve that situation, they would love that, and they will love the results, and they're going to have a returning customer because they're going to remember that you took care of them. And that's how I always went too, just because I always give them that empathy and I give them that resolution that hey, everything's going to be okay. That's cake. That's cake in sales.
Yeah, that's how you convert customers into raving fans.
Mm-hmm.
After your transaction is done, they'll continue talking about you and spreading the message that you're trying to give out, and they'll spread it for you. Easy marketing dollars.
Will tie into your community, as Annabelle said in the beginning. That's how you create that community. Simple. See how it all circles back? It's crazy.
It's really crazy,
It's
how,
pretty crazy.
how much marketing and sales are connected.
Yeah.
So if you want to check out our other videos, there's more. You can just pull them up. But of course, make sure to subscribe wherever that is. Subscribe, give us a like, and of course, we're always open to comments. We love this communicating with the community. If you have any questions about sales, marketing, drop it in the comments. Let us know. We'll be more than happy to speak with you and help you out on your journey. Again, yeah, thank you so much, and we'll be seeing you next time.
Thank you, guys.